been out here for 3 days here in the Idaho mountains, just enjoying a fun family camping trip. And we got to bring our RV. It's pretty much all done. We've been renovating it for quite some time. And if you haven't seen my other video on how I converted this to run 100% off solar, running air conditioning, heating, you name it, we're running it all no problem, then I highly recommend you go check out that video. But you can see I've got 2,100 watts of solar panels here on the roof, and I'm running the entire RV off of a Titan solar generator with one extra battery. So let me show you how I did it and how you can enjoy this too. But you can see I've got these panels all lined up on the top, and I've basically just got 12 of them set up here on the front end, and then 9 of them set up on the back end in 2 different sections for a total of 2,100 watts. And we have not gone below 80% on this trip. We've been out here for 3 days. This is the secret right here. We've got our Titan solar generator. You may be able to see it right now. It's at 100%. I've got the 2 batteries connected here. And all I did is I drilled some holes. Basically, I pushed the 30 amp RV cable that normally connects to shore power. I pushed that back inside, and it was underneath the sink in the bathroom. And I ran that underneath all the kitchen sink and everything there, cabinetry. Came out, just drilled a hole saw, drilled out and went underneath the sofa, which then comes through the master closet, which then comes under here underneath the master bedroom bed. And the Titan fits in here perfectly. And I got the 30 amp cable right here. Just plug straight in, and we just run everything. This is the easiest way. Yes, there are more efficient ways technically if we were doing more 12 volt DC stuff, but this makes it simple. I don't have to deal with that. I just plug it in and it's done. And then I've got all these cables here. You can see I've got one set of cables here and another set of cables there. And these are for the solar panels. And on this one, I've actually got a watt meter so I can see exactly how much power is coming in. And it wasn't super hot on this trip. It did get pretty warm yesterday. It's supposed to get really warm today. We haven't had any overheating issues. The hottest it got was about 70, and under here it's got lots of air to be able to circulate. But ideally, I'm eventually going to put in some vent holes just so it can pull fresh air in from the inside of the RV. We even run the air conditioning off this no problem, especially during the day. During the day, since we have so many panels, and our air conditioner uses about 1,300 to 1,400 watts, we can still be getting a decent charge into the batteries while running the AC. Now, I am planning on updating that to a mini split in the future, but for right now, that's what we've got, and it's working great with these 2 batteries and all the panels. I know this is going to be a little shaky, but you can see here, this is how the panels are set up. I still got to tie down some cables, but overall the panels aren't even super clean, and we've been making more power than we can use every day. So this is pretty cool that we can do all of this no problem. As long as we got good sun, we can go out here as long as we want, as long as we get access to water as well. So in my other video, a lot of people commented that I actually did the nuts and bolts wrong on the actual mounting brackets. And so basically the solution that would have been really nice from the beginning is to use a nylon nut, because that's going to make sure that even if you do mess it up, it's going to hold tight. But all the engineers are going to freak out on me on that, so I understand. But basically that's what I went back and did, and added those nylon nuts. That way we can make sure that those panels are 100% secure to the roof. We were going over 70 miles an hour. I've got up on the roof, I've checked the panels, shaking them, see if anything's come loose. We've gone through all winter with snow and ice and everything building up on the roof. There is 0 leaks and 0 issues with the panels mounted on the roof. So that's been really, really cool to experience. And just to note that it was done well enough that it's actually not a big concern at all. Basically, if you want to go boondocking and do the off-grid stuff with your RV, it's not overly complicated with the Titan. The Titan is an all-in-one system. It's just got everything in it, and it's truly the only system that I have found that really will do a RV like this just fine. A RV that has 2 air conditioners is really going to be too much unless you're not running the air conditioning. The air conditioning is really the biggest difficulty in any RV. The second is going to be the fridge. But basically at night, we just use the propane to run the fridge. And then during the day, we use the solar because we're making so much. And the lowest I've seen it get is 83%. And of course, I've updated everything to be efficient, LED lights and stuff like that. That way we're not drawing a lot of power. But one of the coolest things is we drove about 3 hours to get here for this 3-day trip. But we had the Titan turned on underneath the bed and running the fridge and anything else that was on, charging the onboard battery, stuff like that. And we had 0 issues. We even came in on quite a bumpy road for about a half hour or more, maybe 40 minutes, and the Titan didn't move. And so that's one of the things that I wanted to test, was to see if those batteries were gonna jostle loose or anything like that. Of course, if you're flying down a dirt road, that's gonna be your own fault, and I'm not gonna be irresponsible like that. But it's been awesome. I really just don't have anything better to say about it because I'm experiencing it and it's working. It's amazing. We've been able to hike around here for 3 days. We've got the kids and other family members just having a really good time. These are the experiences that shape your life. These are the things, especially for kids, that they'll remember when they're older. It's like, yeah, I used to go camping with my family, and they'll always hold on to those. And I love being able to come here and not have to worry about power. I'm really glad that I get to have that with my family, with my kids. So if you're interested in doing something like this, you can go to my other video where I showed you how to install the solar panels. It's really not that complicated. I've never done it before, and it's working great. The true trick is to use the Titan because it has the charge controller, it has the inverter, it has the batteries, it's all done. I don't have to worry about getting everything else put together and then putting it together right without short-circuiting anything or messing anything up. And then of course, if there's any issue, I just call the company and I'm good to go. So basically all I would say is if you're interested, shoot me an email. It's just info@poweredportablesolar.com. And of course, you can also just go to poweredportablesolar.com. We've got the exact kit that I've put on here. The only difference, so this is a Titan Plus 2000 kit. I just added one more single panel simply because I had the room to do it and I wanted just an extra panel to make things customized for my setup. So you'll find the best kits there with the extras all included for free. And then of course, comment down below if you've got a Titan. I know many people that are running Titans on their RVs now. It's RV season. It's really the best time to be using it, put it into use. There's no other system that has that 30 amp plug that will really run an RV. It's really that simple. I just love it so much. So thanks for tuning in. Not a ton of information. I just wanted to share it with you and just let you guys know that this is working. And if you're interested, it's really not that complicated. Just get a kit, install the panels on the roof, connect it to the Titan, and you're done. Of course, every RV is going to be a little bit different with how you run the wiring, and that's up to each person individually. But for me, it was really, really simple. Now, you want to make sure you do subscribe to the channel because I will have some videos coming out on how I replace the AC on this and even have solar-powered AC in the RV, in our cabin, in our home. And we won't have to worry about adding to the electricity bill at all. It's going to be awesome, as well as an amazing DC fridge that uses 1/8 of the amount of electrical power as the fridge that's in the RV. So just make sure you're subscribed. We got a lot of great content coming out. Make sure you hit the bell, that way you get notified of when that content comes out. Go ahead and give me that thumbs up. If you made it this far, just click the thumbs up and we'll see you all in the next video. If you fail to prepare, you prepare for failure.